On this next part of the podcast, we like to go over in the angled part of the room to Conspiracy Corner.
Oh, yes. You're really working hard at that one.
I was trying to make it work. We got there.
Yes.
And bring up a topic. So, Christina, what is the topic you want to bring up in Conspiracy Corner this week?
So, I am going to present a conspiracy theory to Caleb. I am not going to give a case for why it's not a conspiracy and is a real scientific fact, but rather why people believe this to be true.
Okay.
And this is the claim. The Earth is flat.
Oh, man. Nice.
So my question to begin is, do you think that the Earth is flat?
No.
Okay. Really easy. I hopped right on your last one. I'm like, the Illuminati, definitely real.
Yeah.
Okay, so the case for this claim, if you would like to hear it all,
me.
why people might believe the Earth is flat.
Absolutely.
The conspiracy theory's earliest roots are the dawn of humanity. The idea that the Earth is flat is ancient, predating modern science. So this fact right here might ruin the claim of it being a conspiracy theory because it is what ancient cultures believed the Earth to be, was just flat. Many early cultures, such as Mesopotamia and Egypt, viewed the Earth as a flat, circular disk surrounded by water. So many ancient cultures believed the Earth to be round, surrounded either by water on all sides or floating on some water. Some cultures believed it to be the Earth is held up by some pillars that are sitting on something else. So the flat Earth idea persisted into medieval times, and this was largely due to people holding fast to Bible verses that talk about the four corners of the earth. So there's multiple times in the Bible that the four corners of the earth are mentioned, which then took people literally interpreting that as there are corners on the earth. So they less believed that the earth was round and flat, but just that it was flat like a map with corners.
Okay, like a map.
Yeah. In the 19th century, this flat earth idea came more into a articulated theory with a guy named Samuel Rowbotham. He was an English writer, and he published a book called Zetetic Astronomy in 1849. And he argued that the Earth was a flat disk, and the middle of the disk was the North Pole. And on the edge of the disk was these massive ice walls, which is Antarctica, that kind of hold the Earth together and keep maybe the water from running off the edges. So rather than the Earth being a globe with the North Pole, in the north and Antarctica in the south, it's like the North Pole's in the center. The continents are around it. And then there's just this massive Antarctica ice wall around the whole thing. So his ideas and books, he wrote several books about the Earth being flat, inspired the Universal Zetetic Society, which still exists to this day, over 150 years later, under the name of the International Flat Earth Society, which has many members.
Jeez.
So in current day, the internet, particularly YouTube and social media, has sparked a revival of flat Earth beliefs in the last 10 to 15 years. There are viral videos that center around the claims that NASA has faked all pictures of space that has released to the public, which is kind of connected to our conspiracy theory from 2 episodes ago about NASA faking the moon landings. It's like they faked the moon landings. Obviously, they're faking, these pictures. We haven't even been to space. It's pretty much what they believe.
Yeah.
There's also, they believe, a global conspiracy to hide that the Earth is flat. I'm not sure why, but maybe it has to do with the Illuminati. Mm. So here are top 5 reasons that flat earthers claim that the Earth is flat. Number 1 is the horizon appears flat. So flat earthers argue that when you look at the horizon, it appears flat and level. It is not curved. If the Earth was round, you'd be able to see some of the curve. Mm-hmm. We've all been up in airplanes. You look out. You haven't seen a curve, have you?
Keep going.
Okay. Claim number 2. Water also doesn't curve. Flat earthers claim that water naturally seeks a level surface. You know, you fill up a glass of water, it's level.
Yeah.
And therefore it can't stick to a curved globe due to gravity. If the earth was round, then the water would drain away, leaving some places dry and the other side of the earth flooded.
Okay.
Can't curve. It's
It can't
level.
curve.
Yeah. The third main point is that NASA and the space missions were all faked. So many flat earthers believe NASA and other space agencies have faked space exploration, including the moon landings, any International Space Station footage, and all satellite imagery, just to perpetuate this idea that the Earth is round. So, you know, if NASA's lied about the moon landings, what else are they lying about? We already,
right.
you know, they faked that.
Dang it, NASA.
All right. The fourth is that gravity is fake, or if it's not fake, it's misunderstood. Flat earthers often reject gravity as a force, claiming that objects fall due to their density or buoyancy and not because they're pulled by gravity towards the center of the earth, because there is no center of the earth. It's just flat. Yeah. So just kind of resting.
Right.
And then the fifth one is religious or biblical interpretations. So some flat earthers, especially in religious communities, argue that their scriptures prove or show that the earth is flat. As mentioned before, the Bible talks about in a couple places the four corners of the earth. The Quran describes the earth as being flattened with the sun setting into the earth. Hindu texts describe the earth as being a flat disk supported by pillars. The Enuma Elish, which is an ancient Babylonian text, talks about the god Marduk shaping the earth as a flat surface. And there's several ancient Egyptian texts that depict the earth as also being a flat plane. So those are the top 5 reasons why the earth is flat.
Thanks for telling me.
Yes. Polling data. Would you like to know?
Sure.
The polls?
Yeah.
So in a 2021 poll conducted by the University of New Hampshire, approximately 10% of U.S. respondents agreed with the statement that either the earth is flat or they're not sure.
Okay.
So 2% firmly believe the earth is flat, and then 8% was a bit skeptical
You've got to be kidding me.
that the earth is a sphere.
6 million people believe that the earth is flat. That's insane.
Predominantly in the 18 to 25-year-old age group. The younger
Okay.
you are, the more likely.
Yeah, so people who know nothing and have no
Yes.
life experience.
Yes.
Okay.
They also noted also people who are voted for Trump.
Oh, yeah, there we go. That's a good no.
I
yeah.
should specify we're MAGA supporters rather than Trump.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So this is my final question.
All right.
Do you think the earth is flat?
No.
That didn't convince you?
I have no idea the science to convince somebody that the earth is flat, but I do not believe that the entire world has gotten together and created a conspiracy that shows every satellite that's been sent up into the atmosphere has sent back a fake image of a round earth. I think that is the dumbest conspiracy theory out there, probably, and the easiest to debunk with science. You're probably going to mention this, but there was a group of YouTuber flat earthers who went to the North Pole and saw that the earth was flat or the earth was round because of the way the sun rotated around them while they were there. And it convinced a few of them, but others still didn't believe. But so that would be the science that I know is, you know, the stuff that they experienced while they were up there resulted in them some of them actually believing that the earth was round. But just the sheer audacity to believe that there's a conspiracy that the world's governments wants to make people think that the earth is round for no other reason other than to what? Just spread misinformation that the earth is round?
It's the Illuminati. They're trying to control it all, right?
Right.
Well, I mean, and we have like the main religions of the world: Judaism, Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, Egyptian beliefs, Babylonian. They all believed the earth was flat.
Well, that's before we could go up into the sky and look down and be like, no, it's definitely round. That's weird. You see how it rotates and there's another side to it?
I love it.
But Yeah, this is one of the conspiracies that I have to laugh about. Otherwise, it makes me a little bit angry, because
I only believe in science.
Yeah, it's just people have too much time on their hands now. Like, what are we doing? We need to be back out there hunting and surviving in order to get our minds off of stupid stuff like this, because it's so easily proved wrong.
I love it.
That's my own frustrated attempt to tell you, no, I don't believe the Earth is flat. Do you believe the Earth is flat?
No, I do not believe the Earth is flat. I do believe it is round, a sphere, not just round like a disc, but a whole globe.
Yeah.
My brother, when he was in school for like a couple months, he's like, I believe the Earth is flat. But I don't think he actually believed it, but it was more so just a thing. It was at the height of like all these YouTubers and stuff. He doesn't believe it's flat anymore. I don't think. I'll have to ask him. But yeah, there's a really fun episode on the Jubilee channel on YouTube where they bring together, I think it's called Middle Ground, and they bring together like 4 flat earthers, like hardcore flat earthers, and 4 scientists. And it's really fun to see the scientists absolutely beyond frustrated at the claims these flat earthers are made.
Really?
There was 2 flat earthers on there that met and they're married now.
No way.
It brought them together.
Look at that.
Yeah.
So they can spread disinformation together.
So just to make sure that you're you're positive. It's a globe.
You're trying to frustrate me right now.
Yeah, you haven't seen it.
Uh-huh.
You haven't seen it. And yes, the sun's round, but it could be flat. And the moon too.
I have an open mind about a lot of things. I'm a very open-minded kind of guy. This is one thing I don't have an open mind about.
I love it. I appreciate that. I'd be a bit concerned, honestly. But yeah, if there's any flat earthers out there, I would love to know.
I would love for you to turn off this podcast.
Well, I would love to know, maybe I didn't give an appropriate case for why you believe the Earth is flat.
Yeah.
Just kind of summed it. So they might have some more valid thoughts.
Right. Lose our number if you're a flat earther.
All right.